Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I get a lot of questions about how I map my garage sales and how I find out where the garage sales are at and that kind of thing. And so today I thought I'd walk you through my process of how I create a map and also how I log in and find different garage sales. So let's jump to the other video. Usually I do this on Friday evenings and then early Saturday morning. And I think this is a trick most people don't know about, so I wanted to show you how I go about doing it. So I do it through Google Maps. So let's type in the address bar, maps.google.com. So here we have the Google Maps pulled up, maps.google.com. Over here in the sidebar, we'll select menu, we'll hit your places, and then we'll go to maps. Over here, so you have all these labeled. That's where you can star stuff and saved and visited and all that. But over here on maps, down here at the bottom, see I have a couple of maps that I use automatically for when I go out of town to different pawn shops and thrift shops. I have a map here, so like if I select that, it'll show you. So here's the San Antonio, Austin area, and then if I do DFW, then here's all the thrift shops and usually I just go to Fort Worth, but I do have all the thrift shops and pawn shops mapped out, so I don't have to look them up every time. And let's show you how to do it from scratch. So create map. It's going to open up something like this. You rename your map. I'll just put testing just so I know I can throw it away after this. Then you can add layers. You can add different layers here. Typically I'll do something like this. Thursday, and then so Thursday I put in all my estate sales. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Do Saturday. Okay, and you have this blue bar over here, and that tells you what day that what place you're messing with. Let's look up an address. So we'll do this one. Evidently, I searched for that one time. It'll pull up, and you have to pay attention to where you're doing it. So we'll do Gulf Street here. It'll pin it right here, and if you want to add it to a map, you do that here. But you need to figure out what map that you want to use. So we'll add that to map. It defaults blue color. Surely there's a way to change that default, but I don't do that. What I do is if a garage sale starts at 8, usually I'll leave the default because most garage sales, the majority of them start at 8, so I'll leave that at default. But then I'll color code other stuff. So my personal color codes are 8 o'clock here. If it starts before 8, like 7 or 7:30, I'll color it green. Green is in go. So that way, anything I know of green, I need to hit those first if possible to get them out of the way. If it starts at 9, that's the other popular option, is I'll do this maroon color if it starts at 9. And if you get the rare one that starts at 10 or something like that, usually I'll color those black. So that way I know, I just know those 4 or 5 different colors that I use. I know what time it starts, so I don't have to make notes or anything like that. If you want to on here, you can go to edit and you can type in behind that. If you know it's in the alley or something like that, you can type some kind of notation there. And so what I do on garage sales, some start on Friday, some start on Saturday. Usually the Friday ones also do Saturday. And so if there's a garage sale that's on Friday, I'll populate my Friday list. And if there's a garage sale that says, you say I'm doing this on Thursday night, and there's a garage sale that says Saturday only, then I'll put those in the Saturday list. Well, on Friday, I'll go garage selling, and if there's some that I don't get to, so say I didn't get to this Gulf one, I highlight that, and you could drag it down so that way we can make sure we hit it on Saturday, which happens pretty often. Friday mornings I don't have a whole lot of time, and so typically So I'll hit what I can, and what I can't, I'll just drag to Saturday. Whenever I'm mapping on that certain day, I'll turn these off, so that way I'll turn off all the previous ones, and it'll just show the Saturday ones. So that's how I do that. So let's cover something else. How I find garage sales. So I've seen a lot of videos of people using garage sale apps, and that probably works very well in larger cities. But in where I live, there's 110, 115,000 people in the town that I live, and there's just not that much activity on those garage sale apps. So I get questions all the time from people personally that I know, or that I'm talking to about what I do, about how I find garage sale apps. I mean garage sales. So when I'm mapping stuff out, one thing I do right away to get out of the way is I go to our local newspaper site, because believe it or not, people still post in the classifieds on newspaper, and I think a lot of people sleep on this, but the type of people that are going to post on the newspaper site are older people with good items, by and large. And so it's worth spending your time on this, if you have a local newspaper website, or if you don't, then just get your local newspaper and do that. But it's worth it, because a lot of times these are going to be the cream garage sales. The older generation that doesn't do Facebook and stuff, they call their local newspaper and they paid to have it put in there. So on this one, it marks it off by on my website. It marks it off by zip code. So I'll say that multifamily garage sale starts at 9 o'clock. So I'll highlight the address, copy it, go over to. Usually I delete that other Google Maps so it's out of my way. Go to there, type it in, add it to the map. So I'm on the wrong day, so now I have to move this to Saturday. In fact, let's go ahead and take those off. And so now that's mapped. And so on here, I'll go to the next one, 79703. I'll copy that that address, put it on there, add to map. And so that way all of these will populate it. If I zoom out from the map, I can see what's happening here. So I have two garage sales maps, one here and one here. And so that's how I do. Don't sleep on your local newspaper sites. And so the next place I go is Craigslist. Go to garage sale. So it shows Saturday. There's a garage sale, clearance sale. I don't know what this is all about. Let's see if it looks like. Oh, so this is a local guy that I know, and a couple of times a month he has several storage buildings back off over here, and he typically refurbishes appliances, refrigerators, stoves, things of that nature. But he does have other stuff, and so that's what this is. So he's having his sale this weekend, and so I'm not gonna map that one. I'm gonna go back though and see what this other one is. So this is a garage sale on 311 Seaboard Avenue. It tells you the start time, 10 o'clock. I say it all the time. If you're starting a garage sale, start at 7, not 10. A lot of times when there's not a whole lot of garage sales, I'm done before 10. Like I've already went through all of them, so I'm not going to drive all the way across town just for one garage sale. So copy and paste that one, add it in there. It's 10 o'clock. I'll put black. And so now that one's mapped for us. Okay, so that's Craigslist. And I do always look at the garage sale apps just to make sure there's nothing there. But in my area, there's just not, like, maybe two or three garage sales a month will show up on those apps, But I still look just to make sure, One app that I think also gets slept on a lot is Nextdoor app. A lot of people post their garage sales on there, so I'll go on the Nextdoor app and do the same thing. And then the other place I look is Facebook. So I'm growing weary of why Facebook does this. I wish they had let us personalize how we deal with our marketplace a little bit more. I'll show you what I mean. So I'll go in there and type garage sale. It says filters, Midland, Texas, within 20 miles. But it automatically puts in all this crap. This ships to you. And if I was looking for regular items, maybe I'll look at those. But I've never bought anything off. I like the local pickup stuff. I don't want to pay for shipping and all that kind of stuff. So like if I click on this, this ships to you. They're having a garage sale. And it's in 9418 Kessler Lane. And, you know, if you're not paying attention, evidently that's in Kansas. Well, I'm in Texas. Like, I don't need that. And so what you have to do, you can sort nearest. But the problem with doing that is you get a whole lot of, so like, this is, there's not even garage sales here, you know. There's this one. This is tomorrow. But this one is from October 3rd. You know, and you're just like, oh, what? I want the newest. So you click on newest, and what happens is almost nothing shows up. This is something I have for sale. This is something I have for sale. This is something I have for sale. This, so the top four are mine. Like, I don't want to see mine. And so you go down, and let's see this one. So this is a sale for today. I'm going to save that just so I don't have to look it up later. But then there's all this other crap that doesn't have anything to do with what I'm trying to do. So what I typically end up doing is sorting it by delivery method. It's doing local pickup. And so I'm going to go to recommended. So when I do it like this, it tends to show more of what I want. So I took out all the shipping ones. And so now I go through here, and I've already looked. Most of these that are towards the top are for this week, but you'll get the occasional one like this one that's not that far, listed a week ago. You know, that's not a valid garage sale anymore. So I do this, and so I'll go in there and select that address, copy and paste it, and do the same thing. I wish Facebook would fix. I don't ever want to look at shipping, so I wish there was some way I could just opt out of that automatically, so that way I can search by one of these options, but you can't. You can go in here and fix it a little bit, last 24 hours. But the bad thing about that is some people will list their stuff on Wednesday or Thursday, that they're having a garage sale on Saturday. You know, so it's just not a perfect system. I wish it was better, but anyway, that's how I do it. And so I'll go through here. Usually, if it's early in the week, I'll go through here and save all the ones because I'm not, or if I see it on a phone, I'll just save it so that way whenever I get ready to do my maps, then I'll go into my saved tab first and process all those, and just add them to my Google Maps. So the best, not the best part, but one good thing about this Google Maps is that it's saved. And so what I'll do the next week when I get to do it, I'll go through here and I'll say delete this layer, and then just do brand new layers. But the best part about it is I go garage selling with some people, and so I can go share, and I can share this with people. Usually when I go garage selling, I will go with people, but say somebody can't meet up with us, but they're still going garage selling that day, I could share my map so that way they don't have to do all the back end work. And once I share this particular map, even though I'm deleting layers and everything, it's always the same link for them. so they can go on there and anytime can look at the garage sales and see what's going on. I thought everybody needed to know this little trick. If you find this useful, like and subscribe to the video. If you want to see something in particular or you have a question about something, feel free to ask it. And if I have the answer, I will let you know. And I will catch you guys later. Bye.